It is Thursday, January 19th, and a warm welcome for President-elect Trump in our nation's capital, where finishing touches are underway for his big day. But as a growing list of Democrats try to divide and conquer, the looming question is, can Mr. Trump bring this country together? We are live in Washington, D.C. with expert analysis.
And fireworks as Democratic attack dogs unleash blistering attacks on Mr. Trump's cabinet picks.
Did you buy the stock, and then did you introduce a bill that would be helpful to the companies you just bought stock in?
We are not a compassionate society. You agree that global warming is a hoax?
So who's in the hot seat next? The announcement today that could complete his cabinet.
And Wax and Mane, a brand new statue honoring Donald Trump, just unveiled. Can you guess what the hair is made of? You're going to have to wait for this one. Fox and Friends First starts right now.
President of the United States, yes. You're watching Fox and Friends First on this Thursday. I'm Heather Childers.
Good morning, Dolby. I'm Abby Huntsman. Thanks for starting your Thursday with us. And we do want to begin here one day before President-elect Donald Trump is sworn in as our 45th president. He is, of course, hard at work putting the finishing touches on his inauguration speech.
Also hard at work, Democrats. The list boycotting the inauguration, nearly 70, as they stick with their mission to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power.
Leland Vittert is live for us in Washington, D.C. with the very latest. Leland, this is like more than a third of the House Democrats, right?
Yeah, exactly, Abby and Heather, good morning to you. Not only in terms of the numbers, but also in terms of the symbolism. We haven't really seen this from members of the House in a very long time, certainly not in these numbers. We are now just 31 hours till President-elect Trump becomes President Trump. Already street closures around D.C., just one of the hundreds of things on the checklist, not only from a security standpoint, but a crowd management standpoint, as so many are descending here on D.C. Across the city, there's no-scale fencing that's been put up, not only near the parade route, but other buildings as well to keep protesters out. You can see the finishing touches there on the Capitol where the inauguration will actually happen. Last night, there he is. Mr. Trump made a quick visit to D.C. for 2 dinners and then dropped by the Trump Hotel for a surprise visit. Reports indicate much of his inaugural address is written, but he didn't give away any hints when he tweeted a picture of himself working on it. This from his Twitter account: writing my inaugural address at the Winter White House in Mar-a-Lago 3 weeks ago. Looking forward to Friday. #inauguration. At least 68 Democrats from Congress won't be there, though, to see the speech.
What message would you send to Democrats to better demonstrate the peaceful transfer of power?
With respect to the inauguration, I'm not going to comment on those issues. All I know is I'm going to be there.
Well, the vice president-elect, shall we say, struck a slightly different tone.
He is determined to be president of all of the people of the United States. We respect the opinions of every American and their right to express their opinions. I hope those folks will turn an attentive ear to the president-elect's words in that inaugural address and give us a chance.
Well, we've been talking about it for a while, and today is the day that Mr. Trump arrives in D.C., this time on a U.S. military aircraft, and the inaugural preps begin, including a wreath laying at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington this afternoon. Ladies, unclear what's on the president-elect's schedule for this evening before everything starts early tomorrow morning.
Well, busy few days to come.
Yes,
Yeah.
exciting 2 days.
Exciting 2 days. Thank you, Leland.
Thanks.
Well, down to business. Mr. Trump expected to sign as many as 200 executive orders as soon as he takes the oath of office.
Well, I want to go to work. Monday is really the day that we start signing and working and making great deals for the country.
His philosophy is to level the playing field, get rid of all the law making that Barack Obama did by his executive orders, level the playing field, ask Congress to change laws that need to be changed. Now, what he will do if Congress doesn't give him what he wants, I don't know.
Well, according to the incoming White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, Mr. Trump will sign 4 or 5 of those executive orders as soon as tomorrow.
Well, the cabinet could soon be complete. The president-elect expected to name former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue as Agriculture Secretary today. The pick putting new pressure on Democrats to speed up confirmation hearings after a fierce grilling on Capitol Hill. Senior political correspondent Mike Emanuel has more.
4 hearings on Capitol Hill featuring President-elect Donald Trump's nominees to head Health and Human Services, the Environmental Protection Agency, to be the next ambassador to the UN, and to be Commerce Secretary. Democrats targeted HHS nominee Georgia Congressman Dr. Tom Price for his financial investments.
I'm just asking, did you buy the stock and then did you introduce a bill that would be helpful to the companies you just bought stock in?
The stock was bought by a broker who was making those decisions. I wasn't making those decisions.
These are your stock trades, though.
In Oklahoma, Attorney General Scott Pruitt's hearing to be the next EPA administrator. Pruitt told senators environmental regulations should not occur in an economic vacuum. Massachusetts Democrat Senator Ed Markey tried to drive a wedge between Pruitt and President-elect Trump.
Do you agree that global warming is a hoax?
I do not, Senator.
So Donald Trump is wrong?
I do not believe that climate change is a hoax.
Okay, that's important for the president to hear.
South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley raised concerns about the potential economic impact of the Paris Climate Agreement in her hearing to be the ambassador to the United Nations. Haley also issued a warning about aggressive behavior by Moscow.
I don't think that we can trust them. I think that we have to make sure that we try and see what we can get from them before we give to them.
Wilbur Ross, the nominee to be the next Commerce Secretary, focused a lot on international trade after the